What up everyone, this is Arthur Wu, mutedigital.com, arthurwu.com. This is a follow-up video for the How to Make Music on a Computer video that I did several months ago. Now I got a number of emails on YouTube asking very similar questions, such as what sequencer should I use, do I need to know music theory, and so on. So we're going to make a series of follow-up videos on those questions. This first video is basically what is a sequencer and how do I use it? What are the basics? A sequencing program. What does that mean? That basically means you can have all of your either audio recordings, music tracks, MIDI tracks, and so on, all in one area. That way, when you have multiple things playing back, you'll have the ability to make everything play back at the same time. Without the sequencer, in the computer, it'd be impossible to put things together. You have to have a sequencer in order to start. So in the sequencing world, there are a lot of different programs that are out there, such as Cubase, Logic, Ableton, Sonar Cakewalk, GarageBand, and so on. I use Cubase, again, just because I've been using it for the past 7 or 8 years, however long it's been. You know, both for music production, for dance music, as well as scoring stuff for film. So let's just get started here. So when you open a brand new project here, you're basically going to start from scratch. This is the area where you're actually going to be putting most of your individual music tracks. Now, if I click one of the hotkeys on my machine here, I can bring up these VST instruments. What are these VST instruments? They are kind of like that guitar, bass, vocals, and drums that you would see in a 4-piece band. So for instance, here I have instruments, and I can just choose from a number of them. Some of these come default with the Cubase program, so you can get started right away without having some external ones. Let's pick maybe one of these as an example. So this is an instrument. This is going to be one of the instruments that are going to be playing when you write your song. These are essentially synthesizers that are in this computer program as software. You can choose different types of sounds that you want and so on. You can add some tracks here. And what this essentially does is when you create one of these virtual instrument channels, these MIDI channels, you're going to open up this area right here, and you can see all the keys here. And as I click my mouse through all of them, it plays each key corresponding to each note. So this piano roll is basically where you get started in typing notes into the computer. Now, it's not just kind of typing music out. You can actually use a keyboard to record these notes. Sometimes people don't really know how to play the keyboard, or it's easier for them to put this in here. So maybe if I wanted to type in maybe a C major chord, for instance, and maybe have it be like a quarter note long, I can just do that. That's how you can get started with writing the music in here. So anything you can do in real life, playing music, you can control in here. You can control the tempo, the time signature, as well as the length of the actual notes themselves, if you wanted them to be larger or smaller here. So let's just bring up a different instrument here. Maybe this one here. And maybe we'll play some different notes. So this track right here, this second one, is going to be controlling this synthesizer, whereas this one is going to be controlling this other one. So you can see here, we already have 2 instruments in here that are basically playing in our song. Now, I'm just doing this on the fly, so it's not going to sound very good, but essentially what's going to happen is I have these 2 tracks playing, this one track here, and then this other track here. Alright, so now if I put them together, the sequencer allows me to play them back at the same time. You have multiple tracks here, so you can get an idea of what the sequencer is doing. You can add tons and tons of tracks here with drums and so on. So these sequencers are very powerful, and it doesn't really matter which one you use. You can kind of get the gist of what I'm saying here. So if I close this down, I'm not going to save that. Let me open another project. Here you can see all the different music tracks I have. I probably have about 7 or 8 different instruments happening at the same time here. And if I just play it, you'll just hear all the different instruments. And you can see I'll play each one separately for you. and I'll build the track over time. So that's what a sequencer does. It puts everything together in a big sequence. Another topic down here is the mixer. It basically controls the volumes and different types of plugins, which are certain types of effects, such as reverberation, EQ, and so on. You can control all of that within this mixer here, which kind of gives you a different sound for each track here. Hope you guys got something out of that. If you like these videos, subscribe to them, and you can check out arthurwu.com and muteddigital.com for more videos, music, tutorials, and so on. All right, guys, peace.